Boys, man. Fresh off the NIU show, man. Drizzy Drake, incredible show, man. And we just got to take him back, man. We saw him when he first came, SIU, my fraternity brother's like, man, we're going to bring this cat Drake here. Right. I'm like, yeah, going to bring the dude that got the mixtape. Like, trust me. I like, right, and I'll never forget, I was like, I stood there, I looked, when we brought him on, I saw two girls, one got on another dude's shoulder and another girl got another dude's shoulder. They would rush it to the stage. It was incredible. And you came out, and the Hot Boys been fans ever since. Right, we took the music back to Chicago Fairs. We all went in on it, man. And just want to say congratulations to you, first of all, bro.
That was the first show I ever did, too.
Hey, man, real talk, though.
Once I got home, I asked my daughter, I was like, you know, somebody named Drake, like she's like 9 years old. She was like, she said, yeah, off the grassy. Yeah, I was like, straight up.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And man, you blew us away, man.
Thanks.
Musically.
Thank you.
I mean, we saw an artist that night, and it was like, man, wow, it was like really refreshing.
Appreciate it.
To have that good music, man.
Right.
Somebody, man.
Right.
And we drove all the way back to the crib.
Yeah. Listen to So Far Gone, man. It's crazy.
Man. And I want to ask you, man, I mean, you collab with this guy, Trey Songz, man. Mm-hmm. Explain how instrumental he is to you, man, because Successful was a big radio record, man. And really, I mean, everybody was like, yo, who is this guy, Drake?
Yeah, I mean, even before Successful, I mean, me and Trey go back to like Replacement Girl. Me and Trey go back to like one, you know, Trey always put me in his videos. Trey would always, Trey even let me like at one point, you know, I mean, he was building his touring brand. So at one point, I paid my own way to go, you know, go out for one song, like on this West Coast tour. But he would always give me opportunity because he believed in me, you know, and never, you know, he never was like, oh man, you got to be my artist, or he's just like, man, I just believe in you, you know. He brought my video to Kelly G at BET and brought me, you know, to a bunch of places, a bunch of people that said no, you know, Atlantic said no.
What?
You know, so I mean, he brought me to a bunch of people trying to open people's eyes, and you know, I mean, at that time, I wasn't the artist that I am now. You know, everybody's got to evolve. So, I mean, was I the strongest rapper back then? Like, maybe not to the point where I would have caught people's ears like now, but, you know, I was still the same guy. I mean, I was still headed down the same path, and Trey always had the foresight. And I think, like, one of the first times that it ever really came to fruition was when we did Successful, and it was like the sound that I had managed to develop over the years and how I had evolved, and it was meshed with like our friendship and our communication, and just like it was just a record that came together.
Right.
You know, it was like two guys that like we just talk about life all the time, and that's how that record came about. Cause you know, it was just a phone conversation one night, and I was like, man, like even if we get all these things, like is that it? You know, like it's like I want the money, the cars, the clothes, the hoes. But like the end of that hook line is so important because it's like I suppose, you know, that's what they tell me is success. So I mean, yeah, Trey Songz is definitely essential in my career.
And speaking of the lines, that was one of the things that, of course, I mean, SHAG, us, Ferris, we all been doing this for years, man. We've been doing it for a while. So when you hear something different and you hear something that you can actually relate to, that's the thing. Like, I mean, like is that your sole purpose? Like you were saying in your show, you was like, yo, I'm sorry, I just like to be around women a lot. You know what I mean? But I mean, you say stuff like, I mean, you looking for a girl to rescue you. I mean, those lines, are you trying to relate to a certain person, certain type of person?
I mean, I end up relating to people, but I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. And I love when people come up to me, like the best compliment I could ever get about my music is when someone comes up to me and be like, man, you say all the shit that I be thinking about.
Right.
That's like the greatest compliment in the world because that lets me know like, well, we're on a similar wavelength and we're connecting. Like, you know, so it's not, I don't sit there and think like, man, what do people want to hear? Like, how can I get women on my side? I just make the songs that come to my mind, you know, and all the things that I go through with women and all the things that I go through with family and money and all the different, you know, all the different walks of life, aspects of life. And yeah, I try and observe it all, write about it, man.
All right, on stage, man, it caught my ear. You was talking about the circle, man. What's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, I just make it a point every night just to shout out people I really like, man. You know, guys that I really admire and I see them doing something similar to what I've done, and I wish them the utmost success. You know, Cole, Wiz, Cudi, you know, Nicki, all like just people I really like thoroughly believe in.
up.
Yeah.
And you do the college show. Now, that seems like be a great base for you, fam. You hit the college campuses, man, and they go. And are you gonna continue to just stay with that same formula? Like you just gonna always, or you gonna kind of pick certain colleges that you tend to do a little more or an area?
It's inevitable that I'm gonna have to graduate to an amphitheater tour or arena tour.
Exactly.
But I mean, you know, I had that offer this go around, and I was like, nah, I gotta go back and see the people.
Real talk.
And I feel like college students are at a similar place. You know, we're similar. We're somewhat of the same age.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a high school show, so you get like maturity. You know, it's not all ages, so you get like mature individuals that are doing something for themselves, that they're in school.
Right.
Those are the people I want to, like, those are the people that really, I encourage anybody to connect to my music, but I feel like those are the people who can find the most content in there that's like, man, that's how I feel, you know, because it's not necessarily about the streets or about the, you know, and not to knock anybody that loves my music from the streets, because I embrace everybody, you know, but I love the fact that I have that relationship with college kids, because I feel like, you know, those are all individuals doing something for themselves, and if I can be the voice, or if I can be something to get you through those nights or whatever, it's all good, you know.
That's what's dope, because man, you put it so clear, man. Like a lot of, like we talk about relationships, man. It seems like everybody like go through those similar things.
Man, ain't nobody get nothing. Hey, real quick, man. You know we gotta ask, man. Of course, every move you make now is under a microscope. Every woman you even shake a hand with, man, it's crazy. You dating her, you've been talking to her. It was like stuff that was coming out about you and Nicki. I mean, are y'all just friends, or was it something?
I mean, we just play around. You know?
Yeah, okay.
We gotta play for relationships, so you know, it's like I don't know a man that really wouldn't engage in something with Nicki.
Right.
You know, like that.
right.
With that being
What's up,
said,
Nicki?
but yeah, we got a great relationship. We just play around.
No doubt.
All right, back to the music, man. You platinum, and what's next, man? I heard a mixtape in the works.
Yeah, well, I really want to give something away for free. You know, that's like I start feeling guilty when I sell albums and sell concert tickets, and it's like I didn't grow up like that. You know, I came up in this era of the internet. I came up in this era of, you know, like I'm a completely different artist from a Jay or even like a Wayne, or I was birthed on the internet.
Exactly.
Birthed on the internet. So, I mean, that's where my roots are, and to keep things organic, I just want to give people something free. You know, it's not going to be 20 songs because I wanted, like, I do have to make another album,
right.
You know, contractually. I have to make another album, but I mean, and I want to put my all into that because I know that people have to go to the store and pay for it, and so, you know, but I want to give away this mixtape. It's going to be like, I'm debating right now, it's going to be between like 7 to 10 songs. Okay. And it's just a bunch of content that I've been riding around on the bus to, loving, and it's a little more melody driven, as opposed to just straight raps and 16s. And so I'm just gonna give it to people because, you know, the fall to winter season is my favorite season, and that's like, you know, that's when everyone wants someone to love. So, you know, I got a mixtape, and the mixtape's called "It's Never Enough," which is like, I feel like how every man feels when it comes to, or every young man feels, and when it comes to women, it's like, it's never enough. You know?
Never enough. Hey, man, we're gonna let you go. But on the last thing, man, just to ask you, man, so, I mean, of course we know that you're an actor along as an artist as well. I mean, what's going on that side of things? You think you're gonna step away after the next album, maybe work on some movies or something?
Yeah, I actually just like been auditioning for a couple things recently, and I got one. I got a lead.
Yeah.
I got a bite.
All right.
You know, when you put the line in the water and you get a bite. Yeah. So I mean, I got something in the works right now that I'm pretty excited about. We'll see how it pans out. And even if it doesn't, man, you know, I mean, I'm still looking to produce my own films, and I want to be a part of other people's movies. But my biggest thing is the music.
No doubt.
Bring people to music. That's it, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
That's what it is, man. No doubt, man. Drizzy Drake, man. Please, man, get a chance when you see him, man. That what the Hot Boy saw today was a professional performance.
Incredible, man. Get your tickets early.
No doubt.
You want to see this show? It's incredible.
Real quick.
Thomas flows, we my niggas in summertime and hoes. They look just like virgins, we trust they gotta go. Yeah. Discussing life and all our common goals. Small kids that smoke weed on a roll. Yeah, look how the champagne diamonds glow. Fine dining, pour another glass when the wine is low. I'm in the crib stacking money from here to the ceiling. Whatever it is I got is clearly appealing. These other rappers getting that inferior feeling. I hope you feel it in your soul, spiritual healing. Take a look at yourself, the mirror's revealing. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it, the theory is brilliant. People ask how music is going, I heard it pays. I just came up making 2 million in 30 days. Damn, I guess it does what the message was. Sometimes I feel like I'm spending my money just because. But Weezy, I'm just out here repping us till I get to shake the hand of the man that's blessing us.